Hello?
Yeah,
Hey Joel,
I heard it.
morning.
Morning.
Are you sure that is morning?
No, it's
It's near noon now.
it's near noon, yeah, and it's time for brunch or lunch. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's morning for me. I just woke up, so the home quarantine
Yeah,
isn't too
same
good
to
for my
me.
sleeping.
Yeah, that's why I want to change the time is better
Yeah.
for us.
Um, just missing
One,
Edward
two,
and
Edward and Nabil.
hi Nabil.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hey,
Yeah,
Nabil.
and
Are you with Mirza again?
Marisa.
Hi, Nabil.
No. Mijay, Mijay is at his home.
Oh yeah.
Should I call him?
Yeah, it's okay. Because I think Marisa uploaded his draft at this morning, early morning, 6 o'clock. So
Of the
Yeah.
work log.
6 o'clock. So
No,
maybe
that was me actually.
you do that.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, amazing. Let me call on Marisa.
I will give you my phone call.
Okay, Marisa didn't access the call. So maybe we can talk about that first. I check that everyone is look for the draft first. Hi.
The
Hello.
draft of
Yeah.
what draft?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning Mirza.
Good morning, Marisa.
Morning.
Hey, Mirza. Good
How are you
noon.
going?
Good.
Good noon.
Yeah, good, thanks.
It's good.
Very well.
Not too bad.
Let me introduce the first draft is from Kim and me. The scope out.
Actually, wrote long.
What do you say? Kim?
Oh, I just said long instead of Kim inside of the document. That's all right. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, just notice it's not me.
Okay. first things is Kim introduce the first part and have a overview about it. Yes, these two parts is in scope and out scope.
Yep.
Yeah. And I have make some documents because Christy in second lecture is said we need to make some required document for it. So I try to make a RTM, and I think you have see it, and some use case just from the RTM.
Yep.
To explain which parts what they do. The work is very similar KIT206,
Yep.
the first assignment, and I make a process flow chart for it to explain how our application flow, what's start, what is end. And I guess we can put some view, like some interface for our report. I just put the initial design picture for it, but I think the picture need a bit modify. Make something like that is station. We not have station at now.
Yep.
Currently at present. Yeah. So maybe some parts need modify. I just put here because I have no better to put here. I just for example put some nothing
Yep.
just for initial draft. So that is struct. And maybe Ken, what do you think about our path? Maybe you can supply me.
So
Yeah.
I'm planning to provide in for the requirement process at the beginning, like write
Yeah.
out what we took from the client to
Yeah.
explain what we wrote inside the RTM. Like
Yeah.
what I said here, the requirement analysis and project requirements.
Yeah. Right.
Tony has already done part of the requirements traceability matrix step. So I'm going to do the first two parts when I get a chance to.
Thank you.
Like in the seventh and the eighth part inside of 203, inside the scope management, I would do.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so there will be another two smaller sections inside the scope. And I will also talk about our.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Provide a picture.
And maybe Marisa or Nabil, could you introduce your parts for us? Hello?
Yep. Hello. Yeah.
Yep, now go through our task. Yeah.
Mirza, can you share the release schedule file?
So for the schedule and some operation for the each of the phase, as each of them is done. Release schedule.
Mm,
Um, how do I open uh, the release
share
file in
screen.
this monitor so that you guys can see?
There should be a screen share button in Zoom.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
The screen.
Yeah. That's in your bottom of your meeting window.
yeah, in the Zoom app,
The
there's a button that is called share.
Okay,
yes,
okay. I
that's
found
a
it.
green green button in the bottom of the window. Button, and you can see. Um,
Can you see it?
yeah,
Yep.
I see. Yeah, great.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do you want me to elaborate these ones, Nabil? Nabil?
Yep, Eden.
This
Yep.
meeting is
Ah,
being recorded.
yep.
Yeah. So this is the thing we wrote.
Yep.
I the overview. I put some comments in there.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep, looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we put the release 1 and release 2. Release 1
Yeah.
maybe need some more modification because I was a bit of a confused about the content, and you might feel like some of the contents may be written twice. Like you might feel like it's repeated. So and yeah, it's mostly this. And also added the I think we just need to make 3 of the charts
Yeah.
that we're
Yep.
supposed. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I asked Mirza to
Um,
just draw the sketch so
so
he can pass to.
I'll try to explain these things to you guys. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this scheduling part, I have like first I give the overview of the three agile phase, as a phase 1, 2, and 3, and in the phase 1 I try to like explain the front end tasks as far as deepening my knowledge, and the client meeting and the group meeting we have done it yesterday. Yeah, sorry, what they call? Yeah, yesterday or day before that. Yep.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Mhm.
Nah, I think day before that. So and after that I try to like give the in the phase 2 I try to like explain how we can collaborate the front end to the back end to uh, develop the app and make it more presentable to the customer or the client. And in the phase 3 we are telling more about the nice to have things by which like it can be more attractive to the client or the user and
Mhm.
make it more representable. As far as concerning to the technical knowledge, me and I will try to do those things nicely. But I think we need a little bit help to like write down the things for the phase 2 and phase 1. Probably Joel can help us with that because he has got the more technical knowledge than us. So he might be help us with that. And for the considering of the Gantt chart or the finding critical path, um, I have talked to Joel about it, like how to do these things, and I'm trying to recall this thing, my knowledge from 2 or 3 to get it done. But unfortunately, I was a little bit busy for the last week to do my 3 or 4, as my 3 or 4 exam was last 20th Friday, and there is another assignment submission from me 2 or 5 this today.
Yep.
So probably I can do that after that with the help of Joel and the others.
Yep, sure. So,
Oh,
that looks good for now. I'll get into that. I see
yeah.
there's lots of comments, so that's great. I'll get through all those.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'll
Thanks,
leave the
Joel.
comment. Me and Nabil, like where we have like get the data from the initiation report or the something else. We all like leave the comment about it.
Yep, great. Thank you for that.
Cool.
So now would Edward and Long like to show their
Yeah.
part?
Yeah. Nabil, maybe you can close your
Yeah,
share
you can
your
close the
screen.
screen
Yeah.
sharing now.
Yep.
Thank you. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
That's
fine.
okay. He can join back.
Screen 1 is that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Hold
you
on, I'd
guys
just
see
like to
now?
get Nabil back
Oops.
before we
Yeah,
start.
Wait a moment.
Yeah, just a minute.
Is that one? Do you can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So like basically me and Edward get the like the basic definition for the
I think
technical
you are
reference.
sharing the wrong screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello?
Is that
Yeah.
one? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I get 2 screens. So yeah. Yeah. So basically, so me and Edward get the basic definition. So for the technical request and some reasons. So why we should get the technical request from the like the UTAS and clients, and we like divide the technical request in 2 parts. So one is like the support, so about some materials, so software supports, and one is the like a negotiation, so something the clients want us to do, but we may need to change the way. So like they may want us to use the Python or R to develop our software, but we may prefer the Java. Yeah. And yep. And so like I think Edward has things want to discuss in the so which part is the geography dataset and related resource, because we remember Joe said he wants to get the like the expression, so in the 100 of variables in the file. I think yeah. Edward,
Yep.
hello. Yep. So your question. So the last night you want to ask.
Yeah, so I may later after this meeting I will send an email to Christy to confirm what we've discussed in this call.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, I think we have the initial draft done. Maybe us have the overview, not exactly or half done, just make some structure and make sure what we need done and share our idea. Just like something like that, not a perfect one.
Yep.
Yeah, so we don't that clear that.
I'd like to get all these
Jim.
documents in one document today,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Joe.
and I can do that.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say that. Thank you.
It can be
Thanks for
tricky
that,
to get
yeah.
them all into one with all the formatting and stuff, but it's okay. I'll take care of that, and I'll let you guys know when I've done it after this meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we meet Christy this Thursday with this assignment?
For Friday, Thursday.
Thursday. Does she do it
Yeah,
on Thursdays? Is that the
Thursday.
day she does it?
That's okay. I think we have. So, if you're sure, we can make a meeting with Christy at Thursday. I can do that. I
Okay.
just make sure we need to take how long to do that.
Yep.
If
we can
you
just
feel
get some more charts and
Mhm.
get this thing a bit more beefed out, just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
okay.
because if we do it on Thursday, that's a week before submission date, and that gives us a week to work with instead of 2 days.
Yeah,
I
makes
know.
sense.
Yeah. So I will book a time with Christy at first Thursday.
If you want, you can ask us about times, or I'm
Yeah.
free all Thursday, so I don't really mind.
That's okay.
And it'll be online, I think, right? So
If all guys is have a free time at Thursday, if I
Yeah.
check the exactly time, if some guys is have free time, please join the meeting with us. Is
Yes.
that-
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thursday's
I'm
fine.
free on Thursday as well.
That's okay.
Then, yep.
great.
That sounds good. Yeah.
And I'll record that as well for anyone that can't make it.
Yeah.
I'm recording this one as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep, that should be okay.
Let's take some notes.
Anyone else got any questions?
I just one thing want to check is that Drew, you reviewed the schedule, because I have no idea about how to make a whole application. So whether the schedule is suits our development, maybe because I feel a bit different with your said maybe last night or
The
yesterday.
Asia. Oh.
Drew, you
Yeah.
gave us some idea or structure about schedule, plan.
About the
plan.
agile phases?
Agile, yeah.
Yep.
So-
So, what questions do you have?
The question is about whether it's correct or the same you say. What you say. Sorry. Some guys who understand what I mean can explain for me.
Can anyone understand what Tony's trying to say?
Let me say again. Sorry.
Okay.
Joe, you said initial plan for us. Show that in Discord. Yeah, you remember it? I share my screen.
The agile phases, right?
Yeah, so I sent a medium length message about it. Was that the one?
Let me show that.
Okay, yep. Here we are.
That's you said. Yeah,
Yep.
you see that? So that's your initial plan. I think that is good plan, because the hard part will move to semester 2. We have enough time to think about how to make our full function and nice to have function.
Yep.
So
Yep.
for this semester, we just make a interface like just a shell.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that plan is perfect because we have get enough time for development. So that's okay. And I reviewed Marisa's the skill. They make. They say. He said. In first stage, maybe we should make a database. I just get some keywords is about that database and cloud function, and they with some basic function for our initial version. That is correct.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. That is Marisa and Nabil said. But
Yeah.
Joe, please check that whether our first version application have the basic function.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I'm reading through their release schedule, I'll be able to pick up on those things that I think are too early or too soon.
Yeah.
Sorry, too early or too late.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's okay. Okay. I just make sure that.
Maybe when I'll put the documents together after this meeting, I'll have a quick skim through all of it.
Yeah, I get it. Thank you.
Yep. That'll be great.
And
I'll leave comments and stuff for everyone to follow up on.
Yeah. We can improve or modify it.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Is everyone clear on the concept of the Nectar Cloud? Does anyone need me to explain that to them?
I think if you will like explain to another time, that'll be really great.
Explain
so
what?
we can like explain the Nectar Cloud thing to
Yeah,
everyone because we don't have that much technical knowledge.
Yeah, it's used in some UTAS classes, but not everyone's done the same classes, or some people are doing it, but they haven't reached that part yet. Basically, Nectar Cloud is it's like a fake computer. So you go on this Nectar Cloud website where you have an account, and you create an instance, and that instance is just a computer somewhere else, but you know, it's not a real computer, it's a computer in software. So they are hosting a server for you. And once that is up, and you can choose things like how much RAM that computer has, how much space, how many CPUs. So you can make a really weak one or you can make a really strong one. Once you've created that computer, they give you login details for it. So, you know, remote desktop software? Yeah. So once that instance is open, you can remote desktop into it, and it's like you have access to this really powerful computer. And that's where we'll be putting all our code. So all the code we make, we will go onto that computer and put the code there, and that's will be like the website.
Yep.
So that's basically it. It's just basically like having another computer, and you access it through the internet, and you put your stuff on there. And usually you use it for hosting websites. A lot of people, because the Nectar Cloud computer is so much more powerful than their computer, they use it to process large amounts of data and stuff, but we won't be doing that. We'll just be using it to host a website, basically. A web application.
So it is more like cloud-based computer, like so that you can like modify it to like more stronger computer thing.
Yep.
And we can like store our files and everything through that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So we'll be putting all our code on there.
Yep. So what are the negative things about it?
Basically nothing.
Nothing.
There's basically no negatives. The only negative, I guess, is that we don't have physical access to the computer, but that doesn't matter because you have so many settings that you can change that you don't really need physical access to it. Oh, I guess another negative is that sometimes it can go down. So when I had to use it for a class last year,
Okay.
it went down for like 3 weeks,
So
and we couldn't hand in our assignment.
depending on how we make the database.
The database?
Mm-hmm.
What's the question about the database?
Okay.
What was your question?
Sorry. Like I think it's for the poor connection. I couldn't
Okay.
hear like the last bit of part. Like what are the negative things about it? Like the Nectar Cloud.
Yeah. So like I was saying before,
Very poor connection over here.
that's okay. So yeah, like I was saying, there's basically almost no negatives apart from you don't have physical access to the computer that we're hosting in the cloud. So, but that doesn't really matter because they have a lot of settings for you to change. And another negative is that it has the potential to go down. So when that cloud is down, so is our website. And that means we can't access it with remote desktop, we can't test the website, we can't put the code on there or anything. And you might think, oh, that happens like once a year, but Tom already said that it's happened already this year for 4 days. And last year I had a class that used this Nectar Cloud, and it went down for 3 weeks, and we couldn't work on our assignment for 3 weeks. So Nectar Cloud is sort of unstable.
But as far as I remember, like at the Tom first meeting with us, like he said like he can collect the data from the destroyed Nectar Cloud thing to a new ones, I guess.
So I don't think we will be transferring the data to a new instance. We'll just be accessing the data from instance to instance. So we'll have 2 instances. One's the website and one's the data. And this has all the data. And this is just the website. And when someone accesses the website, it accesses the database and goes back and forth. So the website and the data won't be on one instance. They'll be on separate instances. Yep. I hope that
So if
answers
something
your question.
happened one of these, so if something happened one of these, like crash one of these ones, so we can easily get the data from the other one.
So if the website goes down, then you can't access the website, but the data's fine. If the database goes down, then the website's basically useless. Yeah, but
So,
I think
like,
if one goes down, the other one's probably down at the same time because they're going to be stored on the same cloud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. That's not good then. So what we're like doing our project is like the 150 terabyte data is like stored in many of the Nectar files.
So the 150 terabytes is on the database instance. That's where all the data is. Our server over here only needs maybe 10 gig because the website isn't that big. Yeah.
So. Yep. So I'm like asking like whether all the datas, all the modification files, as like Tom shows us like the last client meeting, are those stored in a Nectar Cloud thing as well?
Yeah, they're stored on a Nectar
file?
Cloud instance. Yep.
That's all right.
Yep. So just like our website is going to be hosted on a cloud machine, so is their database already. So we don't have to set up their database; it's already set up. Yeah. But we will have to set up how that database interacts with our web application.
So we just need to like create an mobile okay. So we need to like develop a web application and connect it to the database to get the proper information for the user.
Yep. Yeah, so our web
Yep,
application will
cool.
connect to the database. The tricky thing is that the database isn't normal. Like, it's not the kind of everyday database that you have all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strange database made by silly climate researchers.
Yeah.
And we have to try and work with that.
Exactly.
Yes. So what is the animal part, like the thing Thomas used to tell us? Is it the collaboration of every the variables they got for the
So the animal path
for the
tracking
data?
feature.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically,
Isn't it nice to have
the main feature of the application that we're making is to select a square on the map and get all the data
Yeah.
from
Yep.
that square. The animal path tracking
Yep.
feature, which is much more
nice
tricky,
to have-
is it has like a path along the map,
Yep.
and it says, so this part on the
Yep.
path was at 10 a.m., this part was 11 a.m., this part was lunchtime, and it wants to track the
Mhm.
variables through that path over time. Yeah, Paint would be a good example.
So it'll be yeah. So it'll be more like a 3D version of the output of user data. So and it changes through the time and
Yeah,
everything.
it changes through time. That's right.
Yeah.
But there's also another feature that he wants called shapefile. Yep. Not sharp,
Mhm.
shape.
Shape. Yeah.
Um,
So by who is the user
that's
can
just
get
like
the
the rectangle
longitude
one.
and the latitude.
yeah, that's just like the rectangle one,
Yeah.
except it's like a more complicated shape, which is pretty. Like, it's still complicated, but it's easier than the path thing because that one's really complicated. Yeah, so
So
I can do a screen share if you
for the
want.
shapefile, yeah.
Just got to figure out how to use the screen share. Yep, so just like Tony, I'll get the MS Paint open. So there's the rectangle, and then shapefile and path. So yeah, the rectangle is really easy. It's like, I just want the data in this location, and that's pretty easy because you have just the latitude and longitude, and you just check
Yep.
min-max. That's pretty easy. It's still gonna be complicated
Longitude.
though.
Yep.
The shapefile is they
Yep.
can define a
Yep.
complex shape, so it might be spiky and then smooth and then go out like this. Like, we want all the data in here, and that's going to be tricky because it's not just
Yeah,
min-max.
you win.
I'm like a Picasso artist. And then the path one is tricky because it's like at this point like 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
This point
Mhm.
12, and like 2 and 3, and maybe it'll cross back over itself and go 5, and that's difficult because with these ones we know the time, like it's just all the data in this space at this time.
Yep.
This one's
Yeah.
tricky because it's like, and this is also a point, like it's not a rectangle like we're used to dealing with, so that's going to be also tricky. So like,
Maybe use the shapefile.
yeah,
Yeah, not
there might be
rectangle, maybe.
data points all around, and we might have to just get the closest one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and then so maybe that would be easier than the shapefile. I'm not sure. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
And it also depends like how many
Just
points
to
there are.
make a rectangle first, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, rectangle comes first because that's like minimum viable product. Yeah, so I think this is easiest, not easy, but easiest, and then medium, and then
Mm-hmm.
give me death difficulty.
Heal.
Death or evolutionary?
Okay.
So isn't it something new to this field? The new
Yeah,
animal
so
path
yeah,
tracking thing?
Thomas said that this has never been done before. and he wants us to do it.
Shit.
I don't know. I think Thomas thinks that we're experts. We're not.
Exactly. Yeah. Like when he said that we're like very experienced developers or something. We're
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
Like we're not PhD. We're just bachelor third year.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Exactly.
Bro, I have trust on Joel. He can do those things. His name will be written on the history with golden letters.
We'll see. We will see. Okay. I think just like Nabil had earlier, I don't know how to get out of this. Yeah, I can't figure it out. I might just leave real quick and come back.
Yeah, I mistakenly pressed the leave button, and it actually left the group call.
What's that? Do you know how to get? Yeah, because I think this is like the controls, but they won't show up.
Maybe in your share screen, the top of the screen, you can find a
Oh, it's on my
red
third
button.
monitor instead of that one. Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
you find it.
It's all the way over there. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I think we know what's hardest and what's easiest, and we can just work on the easy things first and get them get the MVP out there and just try and appease Thomas. And we should be okay. And also don't forget about the user manual stuff that we're going to be doing on the side. I said to Mirza last night about the critical path and sorry, got hiccups.
Yeah,
the
ADM diagram and the Gantt chart.
Yeah, we will ideally use the same visual design for the user manual in the web application. So you know how if they have the same colors and they look kind of the same, you can tell they're for the same thing. So we'll try and get the visual design. So who's our lead artist and who's our lead designer? We'll get that visual design down, and then we'll do that first before we do the front end and the user manual, so that they look the same. Does everyone know what I mean by that?
So what we're gonna do for the user manual? Like, what things we're gonna develop through that?
Well, I think the user manual will just be like a really basic website. There's no back end, it's just all front end. Just some links and some pictures and some text telling you how to use the application. It's going to be pretty easy. The coding side of it is extremely easy. The writing part is the hardest because it's just writing like a report. It's, boring, but has to be done.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think the user manual stuff's easy. I just want it to look the same as the web application looks, so it's obvious that they're for the same thing.
Yep. I think like Long and Nabil can help the design.
Yep.
And then we can modify the things according to that.
Yep, definitely. And we can get feedback from Thomas on the design as well.
Yep.
Any other questions?
Not till now.
No?
Probably
That's good.
later.
Well,
probably later on.
If anyone does have any questions, always in Discord. Just ask in there. It's good to ask in the actual server with everybody, so that when I'm answering, other people might get their answered as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, just putting that out there. That if everyone can see it in the Discord, then they might have a question that they wanted to ask, but it's already been answered because someone else asked it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So, good meeting.
Yeah.
I'll have some lunch now, and then I'll merge all those documents into one. So,
Thank you.
please don't work on those documents until I say that I've merged them all.
No worries.
Cool.
We're all waiting for you.
All right.
Your response.
Maybe I'll do it before lunchtime then.
Yeah, do the lunch, bro.
You put too much pressure on it.
Yeah.
Great.
And like I guess one more thing I forget to tell. Like I haven't done the workload thing for the next week, like 15 to 23. Is it really mandatory to do this right now? Because I have one assignment due on today for Kit 205. So is it possible to I can submit it give it to the one submit it into OneDrive later this night? Tony.
I think he's
What did he
talking
say?
about the individual.
The individual work logs.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
asking if it's okay to submit it tonight because he's got a class.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Just getting the permission from boss.
Yep. From boss. Yep. Okay. Alright, well if I've got to do mine as well. I've forgotten to do mine.
Is it yes or no, boss? I didn't hear you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
boss.
Yeah.
No.
I'll do mine as well. I've forgotten to do mine. I have
Ask
been
the
filling it out
boss.
there.
Ask the boss.
Ask the boss. Is that okay, boss? Well, alright, I'll start merging those documents and I'll get my work log done, boss.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure.
Alright,
All right, guys.
good meeting, guys.
Okay.
Stay safe out
Yeah.
No
there.
worries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Same
good.
to you. Have a good
Yeah.
day.
See you guys.
Yeah.
You too, mate.
See ya.
Yeah.